What did I drag home now? Contrary to popular belief, I don't only drag home square bodies, I also drag home triangle bodies. This 84 Chevy Crew Cab started out its life as a square body. A friend of mine had it for a little while. He's honestly lucky to be okay after this accident because he hit pretty hard. I mean, really hard. Safe to say that this truck is probably totaled right now. Loading it last night, I thought it was going to be a nightmare just because of, well, this. But somehow, through however fate works, it was in my favor last night, and it actually winched on pretty easily with what I had available. I could have seen that being a multi-hour ordeal if everything went wrong. Originally, he was going to get a frame from me. We'd pulled this frame out to bring to him. He's going to try to rebuild the truck as a crew cab short box. You can even see it buckled the frame a little bit back to this point underneath the front cab mounts. But then when he actually went and started looking at it more, at how bad the damage was a little more than he even expected. He said that's where his knee ended up. It's not good on the knees. That's where, well, other things came back. The firewall that's pushed all the way back into the inside heater box area, into the glove compartment. You can see the cab is buckled. Definitely couldn't have been feeling too good after this. But yeah, it actually pushed the cab in here. This whole firewall is pushed in. It's to the point where this cab is not even really salvageable. Could this be fixed? Yes. Is it really worth all the time and effort it's going to take to fix all of this cab? No. The amount of labor that it would take to do all this. But yikes, that was a hard hit. I mean, it bent everything. Steering wheel's bent. Oh, well, there's the horn button. Need to remind everyone, don't forget to wear safety stuff. He was just really lucky he didn't get more messed up than he was. And it's too bad too, because this truck actually was a fairly straight body. Relatively rust-free, a little bit there. It is definitely a little bit beyond fixing now. You can see the cab buckled on the passenger side. And that pillar is not the angle it should be anymore. As it turned out, instead of bringing this frame down to him, he told me to come get this thing out of his yard. Completely busted the passenger headlight out. I thought I just popped this whole headlight assembly all the way out. Well, it did. It's a side light now. Driver's side minus the fender came out of it okay. Passenger side took the most of it. Unfortunately, wiped out this bed side, even the rear bumper. It even dented the tailpipe. Gas cap. E-brake still works. It's kind of surprising it has an e-brake that works at all. It's going to be fun trying to get the engine out of this. Who knows if it is good after this. Have to peel all this out away from it and find out. I mean, it literally just sheared that front bumper into two pieces, and I don't know where the other piece is. I think that's part of the tree right there. Bark, heater fan, squirrel cage. I think that's the battery right there. Pretty sure that's the battery. Just pop the whole body mount out of the bracket. Don't think that fender is any good anymore, but it is rust-free. Triangle body trucks are too. And while we were loading it, we knew the steering was all messed up, but we found this, which initially thought that steering end could have busted off when it impacted the tree here. I could see a joint popping out, shearing the nut off the threads and making a mess out of it with an impact or force up and down in line with it. However, the threads are still intact. And usually on a sideways shear like this, like it would have just ripped the ball out of this. That's what should have happened. Like, there's no sign that any threads were messed up, like it got ripped out. So we were thinking, after we loaded this and actually inspected that, when this happened so fast and all of a sudden he went off the road, it wasn't due to driver error or sliding off or anything. He felt like it just all of a sudden lost steering and went off immediately. Almost wondered, was that nut loose? Did it not have the cotter pin in it anymore, and the nut had backed off and it just finally vibrated and popped off? And that's what sent this tire off to the side, and there he went. It's a possibility, but again, regardless, he's lucky to be here. And now this truck is here. One of the only triangle body trucks here. So to everyone out there, be safe. Always wear your seatbelts. And it doesn't hurt to occasionally inspect your steering stuff once in a while. That's something I should even do, but we rarely ever think to do it every single time we drive something. Never hurts to do a once over. Until next time when I drag something else home.